Hello everyone, this is Paul and welcome to my channel The Peculiar Paladin, where I do TV show, movie reviews, reactions and fan theories. And on this one I'm going to talk about Game of Thrones Season 7 Episode 3 that came out on 2 days ago. And yesterday I couldn't upload any videos because my net usage was exceeding the limit and I didn't have a speed, and so I couldn't edit and upload the video. But today I'm going to upload this video, and I was so excited after this episode because this episode is kind of like an anchor that will be put forth for the future episodes and even in the next season. This was an amazing episode and a lot of different things happened. They didn't cover too many people and too many story arcs and everything, just like 2 or 3 story arcs really throughout the episode, but that kind of had an impact on the entire thing. So I'm going to talk about that. So let's just get into it, shall we? Okay, the first thing that I wanted to talk about was Jon Snow arriving on Dragonstone. That would be the first scene that we would see in this episode. They would come on a small boat with the soldiers that they traveled with, and they would meet, Tyrion Lannister and few other Lord Varys and not Lord Varys, some other people in the thing, and Dothraki to just kind of like hold the situation down. And Jon Snow would talk to. I think this was like fan thing where they wanted to say like they wanted Tyrion to say "bastard, how are you?" and "Himp, how are you?" So that kind of friendship, and actually it happened. That same dialogue would take place in this scene. Let's just watch it right now.
Bastard of Winterfell, dwarf of Casterly Rock.
Really nice, huh? So that kind of like it's like a brotherhood scene there where they would see each other, talk to each other and respect each other, and they would have a little smile after they talk. And they would kind of like say, we got a lot of scars and we came through a lot, and that would all be true. And they would walk towards meeting Daenerys on a ridge kind of thing with steps, and Lord Varys would be standing upon a mountain with Melisandre, and Melisandre would be not too keen on meeting the King of the North, because obviously he exiled her to go to South, and if he meets her here it's gonna be ugly. So she would be standing upon a cliff and watching everything, and Lord Varys would be like, you wanted this to happen and why are you not there to meet him? And she would accept the truth, like, I did some terrible things, unspeakable things that I don't want him to meet me and get pissed off about. All my job is like making the fire and ice meet, and I did it, so that's my job done. So I'm not gonna get myself into this situation. So this would be an first interaction scene, and Jon Snow and Davros would see the dragons for the first time, and they would get actually scared because they would fly so close to them. But it would not be matter. Tyrion would say get used to them and everything, and they would go and meet Daenerys. And the second thing is that Daenerys meeting. It would also happen in the same exact scene. It would not be like a cut and then they would come back to this. It would be a like long scene where he would arrive, he would talk, and he would go meet on Daenerys. And Daenerys and him would have a kind of weird relationship. They will be like, you have to bend the knee to the Targaryen family name, and he will be like, no, I didn't come here to bend my knee. Simple as that. But that would be weird because he would be surrounded by Dothrakis, and Tyrion would be there. He would even be shocked to hear Jon Snow say, I'm not here to bend my knee. No, sorry. And Daenerys would get pissed off actually. She would be like, why would you come here then? It doesn't make any sense, and I thought you hated Lannisters and everything. And she would even walk down from a point, and she will be like, you know what kept me all these years after all this happened, after like lot of assassination attempts, kidnapping, raping and everything, believe in myself and I will be the queen of the 7 kingdoms and everything. If she would be giving this much of an anxious, angry speech, but Jon Snow would not even be bothered to like, woman, this is nothing. I met the Night King and he's coming to kill us all, so you can fight for the thrones all you want, but it doesn't matter when he arrives and kill us all. That scene would be awesome, and everyone would be like, I did this, I did that, and Daenerys would be saying like, I united these things, I brought Dothrakis on a ship for no matter, they traveled with me because I asked them, and I broke chains and everything. And Davros would be like, you don't believe him, the dead of the army of the dead. You don't believe in the Night King and everything. Whatever Jon Snow says, I don't care. But they are coming, and it's hard to believe. And he will be talking about the proud things that Jon Snow would have done. But when he would talk about how Jon Snow took a knife to his heart for all his troubles and nearly dead and came back from the dead, Jon Snow would just like look at him. No. And he would just stop right there, like at that point right there. So it would be an awesome scene. Let's just watch right now.
All those hard sons of bitches chose him as their leader because they believe in him. All those things you don't believe in, he faced those things. He fought those things for the good of his people. He risked his life for his people. He took a knife in the heart for his people. He gave his own...
So the third thing would also be that, so they will be asking for help, and then Daenerys would be like, I don't even know you. And she will be asking like, bend the knee, and then he will be like, I don't know you. So ancestrally we had a good relationship, and then your father screwed it up. And she will be like, don't judge a daughter because of his father's sins. And he will be like, alright, I don't judge you, but I'm not gonna trust you blindly because the lords of the Winterfell have put faith in me, and I came here to see I can work a relationship with you because we need Dragonstone and we need dragons to kill the Night King. So that would be an awesome scene. After all this got over in a single stretch, we would go and took place like to King's Landing, where Euron Greyjoy would be walking on the streets, cheers that would be coming for him because he would be bringing us prisoners to the literally like a center court where Cersei would be watching, and she would be like happy but also like pretty pissed. Her face would be like to look at the the prisoners. And at the time she will appoint Greyjoy as the naval commander and Jaime as the army commander against the fight against the Mad King's daughter. So everyone will be like cheering and everything. That would be a good scene. And after that, Euron Greyjoy would be pissing off Jaime Lannister, asking how after marriage and what am I going to do to your sister. And that would really piss off Jaime, and it would be just an awkward kind of scene. But Cersei would say, you have to wait your turn. If we win the war, then you will get your heart's desire. And she will just shut the door on marriage proposal right then and there. And after that, I'm going to talk about, before that I'll just show you the scene where they will be walking the street, because that would be so cool, it's an awesome scene. Awesome, right? Told you. The next thing I want to talk about is Cersei Lannister's revenge. She would be like taking these people who killed her daughter and put them in a prison cell, but you would see Cersei with a lipstick. So it's weird to see these people wearing lipstick because they don't actually do it. But it will be like something that you want to notice in this episode. If you watch this for like laid back entertainment things, you won't notice it. But if you're watching it for like moments like these, you will actually notice that she will have a lipstick. And I wondered, why is that? And I certainly thought, okay, she might be having a poisonous thing that she kiss and that can be passed on to the other person, which she will actually do. She will talk about how you killed my daughter with poison, blah blah blah, I'm gonna pay you back. I thought of like crushing you with mountain, and it will be easy for me, but I want to see you like suffocate and die in pain. But I'm not going to kill you directly. I'm going to kill you indirectly by killing your daughter, and then she will just pass on a kiss. I know it's awkward. It's really awkward, but she will just kiss, and the poison will be done and dusted on her daughter. And she will be chained up, locked up, both of them, so they can't even reach each other. But the killing can be happening from like months or even weeks or even years. But she is going to die. That's for 100%. That scene would be a little bit too evil even for Cersei's standards, but whatever, mate, whatever. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is Cersei talking with the guy from Iron Bank. He will be like an agent. He will be like the actor who would play that role is Mike Gaddis. He will be, I think, Mike Gaddis. He is. He would be like he was one of the important writers of Doctor Who. He still is, and he's also a Mycroft Holmes, so you might have seen him in a lot of other movies and things as well. he would play an amazing role. He would be like, you owe this much amount of debt to the Iron Bank, and Cersei will be like, Lannisters always pay their debt, and she will talk about how the gold mines of House Tyrell, since they are the enemy, they will be unlocked for her, and she'll be talking like, no, not too soon, and don't bet on anyone. Like Iron Bank would be saying, I'm gonna bet on Daenerys directly. Like she has 3 full-grown dragons, and how are you gonna defeat that? And Cersei would still be implementing that. I have a way to kill the dragons. They are not invincible, and she will be keep saying that. And she will also say, don't worry about money. You will be paid in full, and I'll see you on the next time when you come to King's Landing, or even stay in King's Landing. I'll take care of it, and you will get your money. This should tip you off in the for the later stages of the show. If not, keep on watching. I'll talk about that. So the next thing I want to talk about is Jon and Tyrion would be talking about, individually they will be talking about, without Daenerys or all the Dothrakis and everything. They'll just have a heart-to-heart conversation, and Tyrion would be like, I want to believe you. I always believe in a honest man, and he will take that in news to Daenerys, and they will be talking about what to do about this situation. And she will be like, do I trust him? Do I give him anything? And then he will be like, Tyrion will be like, this is not something that it already exists, the glass. Just let him mine and let him take it. So it's like a progressive step towards friendship, towards getting an ally. So Daenerys would be talking to him, and then they're like, say, okay, let me think about it, and we'll see about it. So the next thing that would be seeing is like Daenerys would be standing in a place, and Jon would come in. That would be their first interaction, actually heart-to-heart interaction, again without the council or without the soldiers. And she would be like, I named my dragons after my brothers, and I hear you lost 2 of your brothers to the Lannisters, and what do you plan about doing that? And then he will tell about his version of the story, and she will be like, okay, go and mine your things, I'll give you some soldiers, whatever it may be. And he will be like, do you believe me and everything, or just it's like a political move? And she'll be like, go on and mine it, Jon Snow. And that interaction would get over then and there. That would be a little nice thing, small thing, but a nice thing. And the next thing we will see is Sansa Stark in Winterfell taking on the mantle of Jon Snow and doing his job. And she would do a damn better job at it, to be honest with you. She will be walking with the granary guy and talk about how food is important during the winter, and if an attack comes, everyone is going to stay in Winterfell and they should be well fed, so take care of that. And the armor is not well done, so blacksmith guy, do that well. She will be like bossing everyone around in a perfect way, and Lord Baelish should be like blah blah blah, talking about everything. And I don't really pay attention whenever it comes to Lord Baelish, because I just hate that kind of a character. I hate his character too much, so I don't like him. But in this one, he will be like, every events have been taking place, this is that, and I'm just waiting for Arya to come home and kill him pretty much. But hey, who knows? Let's see. And but that's the thing, like Sansa would get the news that someone is at the door, and I was pretty sure it was Arya Stark. I was getting goosebumps for a second there, but it was a good reunion, because obviously Brandon Stark would have been returning to the home after a long time. But I was hoping for Arya Stark, just come in there, see Lord Baelish, kill him off, just get rid of his character. He's no longer necessary, to be honest with you. It's not important, pivotal to the storyline. Obviously, he controls some of the families. He has soldiers of his own, but as his character, he's not important at all. He's just there because he loves Sansa. I was hoping for Arya, really, but no problem. Brandon would come in and he would talk about his powers, and Sansa would be asking like, show me your power, what your power is all about. And he will be like, you don't want to know, I can't explain it to you that easily. And then she will be like, no, come on, keep telling me something that I will understand. And he will be like, all right, you're looking this beautiful on your wedding night with a white dress. I know that's a creepy way, because she got on that episode, but Brandon Stark would specifically choose that incident, and she will get emotional and just walk away from him, and he will be like, I'll get into the house a little longer after. So he's there, and he wants to talk to Jon Snow, but Jon Snow is in Dragonstone, but he will be there. The next thing I want to talk about is a simple thing. Well, Jorah would get cured of his disease, Sam would have done a good job, and we would get conclusion to that. So Jorah would go prepare his journey for Dragonstone, and Sam would not get punished for his doing things on his own. Instead, he will get some work to write some manuscripts from rotting books into new ones to keep them well. And the next one is the important one in the entire show: Grey Worm and the Unsullied attacking Castle Rock. Now, we might have seen a lot of cool things in Game of Thrones: dragons, Night King, Battle of the Bastards, but Red Wedding. But this one is close to my heart. I loved this scene. This was like a 15-minute long scene, and instead of just showcasing the Unsullied unboating, going to the wall, attacking and everything, it would have been boring. But instead, what they did is they kind of turned it around. They kind of like it was like seeing a director's cut movie, like the director trying to explain all the things that he did in these scenes. Instead, in this time around, Tyrion would be the director. He would be talking about how the Daenerys would ask how the attack on Castle Rock doing, and he will be explaining like the Unsullied would land right now. They would be going on the wall. They would be climbing the wall. It would be a tough job because they will be the army. Lannister army will be well fed, well trained. You have to do this, that, and suddenly he will be like, my father is a funny guy. He built everything, but he didn't build the sewers, and that was my job. And I always have company of the bad kind along with me, so taking them towards the front door would be tough. So I built my own version with the sewers, and we would showcase that scene where Grey Worm would enter and he would kill off the Lannister army. And that scene, that fight sequences would have been done amazingly, just beautiful. Let's just take a look at the scene.
Interesting thing about my father. He built our house up from near ruin. He built our army. He built Castle Rock as we know it. But he didn't build the sewers. That was beneath him. So he gave the job to the lowest person he could find.
Nice, isn't it? I don't know if it's like the voice of Tyrion or anything. It's just mesmerizing, and his speech right there, how he talks about that incident would have been really nice. Kudos to the directors and writers for writing that scene. I thought it was going to be a battle one just like that, but instead of doing that, they kind of took it in a narrative way, which I love. But then that's where Daenerys would lose, pretty much, because Euron would come and attack from the behind and destroying every ship that the Unsullied traveled on. Not just that, but there won't be any Lannister army there. Not too much that they would be expecting. There would be a little bit, but it's not like kind of a resistance. They would kill them off pretty easily. The Unsullied would kill them off pretty easily, and then they would be expecting like, where's the damn army that I was sent to kill? And cut there, we would see them marching towards the House Tyrell castle, the High Gardens. Now this scene would be amazing because we would see the cunningness of Cersei and the thought process of Jaime, because Jaime would be leading the army there, and the Lannister entire bulk of the army would be there, and he would take on the House Tyrell, the High Gardens. Because if you noticed in the Iron Bank scene, Cersei would say your debts would be paid in full, even though House Tyrell is controlling the gold mines, which contains gold that is used to win wars. Now, since of this attack, there's no army to protect them because they already sent them to fight against for Daenerys. They're dead. So there's no kind of resistance from House Tyrell. So the Lannister army would easily breach, and they will get in, and then they will be like looking around, and Jaime Lannister would just walk in and talk with Olenna Tyrell, and that scene would be pretty amazing. That would be the next scene that I wanted to talk about. But before that, let's just see the march of the Lannister army from for the attack. Really nice, ain't it? So like that. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about before finishing this review is Olenna Tyrell is the MVP of this episode. I know there are like a lot of things that happened in this episode. The overall spread, like it was a 1 hour long episode, so there was a lot of important things to be noticed. There was important things, like awesome things that happened. But this scene would really showcase how Olenna Tyrell is cunning and more powerful than Cersei, but she kind of lost it in the end. But Jamie would be like pouring wine, and then he would be talking about. So Olenna Tyrell would ask, "How is this going to end?" And he will be like, "Cersei wanted to do a lot of things. You know, she wanted to behead you. She wanted to walk you down the shame, cut you up, and a lot of things." She was like, with anger, talked about that. But I wanted to do a different thing. I just wanted to give you a painless death. So just he will pour poison in a wine, and then he will just give it to her. She will drink the poison without hesitation. She will drink that wine, and then she will just look at him and say, "I killed your son. I poured poison in his wine, and he died. I hope I'm not gonna die like that. Blood, pain, and everything." And Jaime Lannister would be fuming with anger, but he won't be able to say anything because she's already pretty much dead, and she's a whole woman. And Olenna Tyrell would be like, "Tell Cersei that I did. I want her to know that I did that." So that scene, standing ovation, really nice, really well done. But that's the problem. Daenerys is losing. She lost all her allies, every one of them. She has a few ships, but bulk of her navy is done and dusted. She lost it in the first episode, she lost it in the second episode, and now she's lost it in the third episode. She has no navy, pretty much. She only has 3 dragons, which is vulnerable to the ballistas that have been prepared by the advisor of the Cersei. So that's there, and the Iron Bank is pretty much siding towards Cersei, and she got the gold. She got the gold from the gold mines of the High Gardens. The army is intact, the navy is intact. Daenerys has nothing. The Unsullied is trapped. Jaime would even say, I am, scared. I'm sad that I lost my childhood home, but it's no use. It's like no one cares. That's like a random thing there. Okay, you just don't attack it for any advantage, right? But attack here gave me gold. So I don't know what Tyrion and Daenerys was thinking there in terms of attacking the Castle Rock. When you hear it in the first episode, you will be like, "That's damn clever," but it's not, pretty much, because there's no advantage there. I don't know what they were thinking, but Daenerys is losing. She's losing bad. She doesn't have any gold. She lost the Tyrells. She lost the Greyjoys and the boats. She doesn't have any Unsullied because they are trapped in Castle Rock. She only has Dothrakis and 3 dragons, which are vulnerable again. And Jon Snow, I don't know if he can help, because come on, he's not going to help. It's no shape to help. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. I'll upload this video today, and I'll upload like what are the things that you might have missed, and what are the things that might happen in the which will impact in this season or the next season. I will do a video for that, and I'll react to the 4th episode premiere trailer of teaser, 30 seconds one. I already seen it, but I will react to it, and I'll explain what will happen in the next one. I think it's named Spoils of War. I'll upload it on Saturday, so before the episode, so we can have conversations regarding that. So the next episode will come, and then I can do a review on that for Monday. Next week, surely I will upload it on Monday, guys. Don't worry. This week it got delayed. So sorry for that. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you love this video. Share the video with your friends and family, and comment on your thoughts about what kind of I missed in this episode. I think I haven't missed anything, but if I have missed something, like, please let me know, and let's have a conversation about like various things that have happened in this episode. And subscribe to the channel for everything that is movies and TV shows, reviews, reactions, and fan theories. And if you are not interested in that, and go and check out my blog where I talk about impact of different TV shows and the characters, best episodes and everything. Or go and check out my gaming channel where I'll be doing playthroughs, top 10s, lores, and everything. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, and everything. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.